Here at Paulson Fontaine Press, we produce and publish fine art prints. We're inviting artists to be here with us in our etching studio to make work. For many artists, they've never made prints before, and it's a real opportunity to try something new.
When an artist comes to work here and we publish a print by them, we're actually getting them to take action on making the work physically here in the studio. They're here putting it in the right place, making the marks themselves right onto the plate, right here in the studio. And they're evolving the work as they make it from what they're seeing in a printed form. We're not just duplicating their other work. It may resemble their other work, but it's not just a direct replication of an existing work. This act of creativity happens here, and it is unique to that print that we're putting in the marketplace.
How is it going to be when it's, like, say, like for instance, an area that's really dense like this? Will it just block it completely? Or?
It won't block it.
We've always wanted to have a wide range of conversations with a diverse group of artists. We've been very interested in artists who've maybe been more underrepresented in the art historical canon. We work with a lot of artists who are associated with the SF Mission School, and Pam and I have a shared passion for the history of civil rights in America, and that theme really unites the practices of many artists that we've invited. We're very excited about the new work with David Huffman. David Huffman was the first artist we worked with who was working with the stereotypical iconography of race in America.
I had a very specific way of making the work in my studio, and it was tricky to figure out, well, what do I do in print form? I don't know. The priorities seem to be more about the materials that I already work with. That's forced me to realize how unorthodox my process really is in my studio that I take for granted. The collaboration is more about what they know as printers. And so I rely on, their expertise, their eye, their ability to look at what I'm doing and to figure out certain choices of translation. So it's a trust thing for sure. They're open to doing a lot of different things that are probably more unorthodox with most print presses.
It's really odd for people to walk in and have a team of like 5 or 6 people waiting on them to do something and trying to push them along. It takes them a while to get used to that kind of company, and that stretches their thinking. It's good for them and they like it, and I think that's why they like to come, because they always learn something from the process that we're doing, and we always learn something from them. We're all getting a lot of good information from each other in this exchange in the studio, and it's super exciting.
I take on the printing project as another body of work. I'm going to think differently through this method of printing so that you can't get this in my studio. We may make 20 of it, but that 20 is of a mindset and of a gesture and a creative concept that's built here in the studio. This new imagery gives me a new concept on what I'm doing. And I think that's always great, because all artists want more avenues to express their ideas.
Printmaking's been this democratic means to share ideas, and we think it's very unique in that way.
We're all struggling in this world right now to have some meaning, and these artists have really found a lot of meaning in what they're doing. It's nice to be the vehicle to spread the word.